Hello, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So the week of Carnival Kid Gohan has ended. We got some really funny results the last few days, but the majority of the week was pretty painful. So I think Gohan is unfortunately going to be our first character in the dead category. The reason I say this, right, is because, like, one, I don't think he's very fun to use right now, right? Especially because he is the worst typing you could possibly be in the game, being Int, right? Int is a terrible typing right now because unless you have high damage reduction, high guard, like you have guard and all this other stuff, there's so many physical bosses in the game that are just going to one-shot you, and it's just like not fun, right, to deal with unless you're being protected by a bunch of other stuff. Now, he does have the benefit of being a decent link partner with LR Beast Gohan, right? I guess he has that going for him, but besides that, he really doesn't contribute much of anything. He doesn't do any damage, he doesn't really defend that well, he doesn't heal at all, he doesn't have anything like that, right? And needing to be hit for a lot of your defense is like really bad right now, especially when you're an int character with no guard or anything else. And then he only gets damage reduction after he super attacks, he has no multiplicative buffs when he super attacks. It's just really unfortunate for him, right? So at this point, Carnival Kid Gohan is just straight up dead. It's just kind of funny because like he's basically 1 year earlier than Gogeta and the Gammas. And Gogeta and the Gammas, well, I guess you could technically debate on whether or not they're top 10 or not. Definitely not the Gammas, but Gogeta, whether or not he's still top 10. It's September, and we're still talking about them as anniversary characters, as being like really relevant characters and really, really powerful. And Carnival Kid Gohan fell off during the anniversary. So like, the difference between like a full year of dev time really and like power creep, I guess, really makes a difference. But yeah, unfortunately, Kid Gohan is just straight up dead. There's nothing to do with him. He's pretty much worthless at this point in time. Anyways, it is that time again where we are going to go ahead and grab a new character. Now, I did make sure Gohan's not on there. So I don't know who I would want. The units I think are cool and fun to use are like the Heroes Dokkan Fests. They're not really Dokkan Fests, but like you know who I'm talking about. Super Saiyan 3 Rose and like Limit Breaker Vegeta. Those guys are really fun. I really like Junior. Like he's pretty fun to use as well. So I don't really know who I'd want to get, but I guess we're just gonna shuffle this a bunch and then see what happens. More than likely, we're gonna get someone who's gonna get bodied the entire week. So let's just find out. Let's just find out. Who is it gonna be? Ooh. Super Saiyan 3 Rose, okay. Okay, this is going to be fun, but I don't know how much we're going to be able to actually use Super Saiyan 3 Rose, but I do really, really like him. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in-game, make a team, and see what we can do for him. I really, really like Super Saiyan 3 Rose. So let's go ahead and get to that. So we're back, and as you can see, we've already run into one of my many issues when doing the Lookback week, being that we don't really have leaders. So I guess for this first day, it doesn't look like we're going to be running Super Saiyan 3 Rose on his own team. This was the setup I kind of like thought up for him. I think it's going to work just fine, like on a lot of events, just because like Fat Boo's really crazy. I wanted to use characters that are on Super Saiyan 3 Rose's like Super Saiyan 3 leader skill with like Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, but we couldn't really do that. So instead, we are going to use. Well, actually, this is the same issue. There's no physical characters. Yeah, I mean that is a problem. I guess we could just use Broly as a friend. All these characters are also on Broly's leader skill, right? At least I'm pretty sure, right? Because he leads super bosses. Yeah. I guess that is something that we can do. I guess, yeah, let's go ahead and bring Broly. It's gonna clash because now we have 3 domains, but it is what it is. Also, I brought Kefla. Or not Kefla, Caulifla, because I was going to go into a fight with, like, Gokus and stuff in it. But doesn't look like we're going to be really able to take advantage of any of that. We don't have an intro or anything with him, right? No, we don't. Now, one thing about Super Saiyan 3 Rose that I think is actually really, really interesting about him is he automatically transforms on his 5th turn, right? So what that means is you don't really have to worry about him in a lot of circumstances. What do we do here? Oh, man. Because we're not going to be able to build up Cell Max like at all. This is like one thing I really hate about the Super Bosses team. Is it's just bad. Super Bosses team is not very good. Unless you're like stacking it with like... again, I don't have Broly, Big Broly. That's like one of the big issues, right, with your boss team. But before I got into that, Super Saiyan 3 Rose, right, his big thing, he transforms immediately on turn 5, which means that if you float him at all, right, unless he's on the very first turn, you're only going to have one turn of him in his base form, which his base form is the only one that's actually restricted at all. His transform state is not restricted, literally at all. The only condition that he has in his transform state is wanting to be fighting a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or like a blue character, right? Which, I mean, we can make that work. There's two of them in here, right? Which is why I wanted to go in here first, right? So that's the only condition he has, and all it does is give him an additional super attack. That's literally all it does, right? Give him chances for an additional attack. But like in his base form, which is the restricted one that you tend to be in a bit more often, that sucks, by the way, is the fact that he gets a significant portion of defense and guaranteed guard if you have 3 or more crossover category allies. Now, very obviously, we don't have that, right? I don't think you need me to tell you that we don't have that, right? We very clearly do not, which is it's gonna be an issue. It will be an issue, but what could happen, and what probably will happen, is especially if we don't finish Goku and Vegeta off here, we're going to be able to float off Super Saiyan 3 Rose, and he's going to come back and immediately transform, and we won't have to worry about his condition at all. Another big thing about Super Saiyan 3 Rose is he has access to a lot of good teams, right? Now, a lot of them aren't really, like, relevant anymore, right? I.e. Murzamasu's team, Sword of Hope Trunks, and then Blue Vegito. Their teams aren't really, like, the best teams ever. Like, Vegito Blue's team, like, has a lot of options in it, but, like, if you're gonna be running Vegito Blue's team, you are entirely setting your team around making Vegito Blue look good and not really being able to play flexibly with a bunch of other random characters like Super Saiyan 3 Rose, right? But he is also on Tech UI's team. Now, we could bring him on there. The only thing about that is that Tech UI does specifically buff superclass characters, so we won't really be getting a whole lot of buff, like, to Super Saiyan 3 Rose on that Tech UI team. We could do it. We definitely could do it, but he's not really going to get anything from that. Now, we are on this team here, which is technically super bosses with a little bit extra, right? But also, this is good for us, by the way. He is also on Transformation Boost, which is a team that, you know, Big Broly leads. So we're perfectly fine, right? It ended up working out. Again, would I have wanted to use either Super Saiyan 3 Rose's team or be on a full 200% lead? Yeah, I really would have. It would have been great. But we're not going to be able to do that, so it sucks. Also, I'm pretty sure he gets... Oh, he doesn't have big bad bosses at all. I thought he did. That would have been really helpful if he did. That would give him a significant portion of stats. I don't know why he doesn't. Is this the only Goku Black without big bad bosses? I think it is. That kind of sucks. He does link up quite well with physical Rose, though. So if we're able to get them next to each other, that should be fine. I would have really preferred if Cell Max did a bit more damage there. Super Saiyan 3 Rose is not going to look very interesting for a very long period of time. Also, if we're gonna, like, attempt to beat Goku and Frieza with Super Saiyan 3 Rose, more than likely what we're gonna have to do... Oh, he's gonna get super attacked? Is he guarding? Oh. Who needs to guard, baby? Who needs to guard when you can just not get hit? Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Please change these Interwarps. Okay, that works too. Now, the reason I'm doing this now is because I'm going to float off Broly, and by the time Broly gets back, the domain should be gone. So we'll be able to transform Broly. Because I don't really want Broly on this rotation with Murzamasu. I want him on, like, the other rotation with Cell Max, right? So that's what we're going to do. Now, again, I don't know how this week is going to go. It's probably not going to go very well, because one, like, major issue with the heroes' characters, right? A lot of them. Pretty much all of them, actually. They give them free-to-play level stats, which is, like, really, really bad, right? like they don't have like real stats. They have like lowered stats, which I feel like is really dumb. I think the reason that they do that is because like they're exclusively on a banner that only has them on it, right? So what ends up happening is you're able to rainbow all of them really quickly, right? And get their full 5,000 on every stat or whatever, right? Which, okay, makes sense. But, big but, what is the point of that if like they just died? If I can't effectively use them, why would I care? So it's just kind of annoying, right? When you have these characters that I would love to use, but their stats are really low, so if you use their team, you have really, really low HP. They refuse to give heroes an LR for some reason. It's just annoying. And then heroes ended this year, right? Which is another problem. Also, I think we're dead if in the back there, unless Selmax kills, because he didn't super attack and he super attacks Khalifa. Khalifa is going to die. I probably should have switched out Khalifa for somebody else once I realized that there wasn't any. Yeah. I really should have switched her out with somebody else. Once I realized that we weren't going into a fight that was full universe of Alpha Saga or Pure Sand. So we'll just hop right back in with like Khalifa taken off the team and replaced with somebody else. It doesn't really matter who. I mean, maybe there's gonna be a Rose. Who knows? I doubt it though. Is there? Yeah, no, there's not. Okay, let's just yoink her out of here and grab literally anybody else for this. God, this team is terrible. I guess who's even worth bringing? This is an AoE fight, is what I hate about this. Man. I guess tried and true Frieza, right? And surely there's a Broly at least, right? Okay. We'll be able to hop back in. I don't know if we're going to get as lucky. Oh, wait, actually, this is perfect. This is perfectly fine. Okay. This is exactly how I would want it to go, actually. Ooh. Yeah, I think we can just leave it like this. I was going to float off Zamasu, but I don't think we can on this specific turn because both Broly and Jiren, they're not really built to be slot 1 characters. And at bare minimum, Zamasu with his first turn is more than strong enough to eat this kind of thing. Yeah. He's not going to do any damage now, but he's going to get fully built up at least with his offense. So when we get him over down the other rotation, he will do pretty good. And we're going to be able to get Jiren set up and ready. It's also probably a good idea because like we're going to float off Super Saiyan 3 Rose again. Right here, because like he can't really do anything in his base form. His base form is really bad, all things considered. It doesn't really do anything in his base form. He just has decent stats and he can stack attack. That's literally it. I don't even think he cracks 1,000,000 defense in his base form. When he transforms, he's really good though. Like as like a floating like third of the character. Like when the anniversary initially came out. And a lot of those missions were for like beating the game or beating a fight with a full rainbow team or whatever, right? I used Super Saiyan 3 Rose a lot actually, and he looked really damn good. So I want to go into some of those fights that way we can kind of show off Super Saiyan 3 Rose and what he could possibly do. Now, is he going to do that all the time? No. But is he going to do that a decent portion of the time? Yes. And he'll look pretty okay. He's not going to be like the be-all, end-all character, but he's gonna look alright. He does share 5 links with a physical Rose who came out earlier this year, so there is that. So, I don't know. I think this week is gonna be fun. I don't think Super Saiyan 3 Rose is, like, in a great spot, but, like, he's cool. I like him a lot. I think his design is amazing. Like, his actual, like, character design, not like his kit design. His kit design's kind of whatever. But, like, his actual design himself, peak, I love it. It makes me very happy. When they announced that he was coming out last year, I got so excited. Because, like, I'm a big Rose fan. And I really like Super Saiyan 3 Rose. I think it just looks really cool. Do I wish his kit was a little better? Yeah. I do. But is he still really cool? Yeah. That's 100% guaranteed. Like, he's really damn cool. I also wish that they would give the Heroes characters better animations in general. That's one thing that kind of annoys me as well. I am going to leave Cell Max in the front there, but I don't know what's going to happen to him. Because that's one thing about Cell Max. I think this is a very major thing about Cell Max. Is he has an issue where, despite him being insane, he's really weak to super attacks if his full passive isn't up and stuff like that. So he can kind of get smacked around. But he's also insanely strong anyway, so who cares, really? He just does great things. Now, we cannot pop Rose's domain next turn, because I want to use Broly's instead. Does Broly's domain buff Super Saiyan 3 Rose? I don't think so. What is... I don't have Broly myself, so I can't, like, look at his domain. What does your domain do, Broly? Extreme Class Allies, Explosion of Anger, Movie Boss. Are you on Explosion of Anger? He is not. Okay, so he's gonna get the baseline buff, but he's not gonna get the secondary buff. And actually, he doesn't get buffed at all by Super Saiyan 3 Roses, or by regular Roses. Because regular Rose only buffs super bosses and then an additional 10% for Extreme Class. But I believe you have to be a super boss to get the second part. So his domain doesn't do anything for him at all. I'm pretty sure Zamasu's though does, because Zamasu's is just a full Extreme Class one, right? Oh no, it's super class enemies and allies get take 30% more damage. That's what Zamasu's does. Okay. We're not popping that, but we are doing this, which is more than fine. Oh well, we do need to grab Rainbow Key Spheres. There we go. Okay. 3 orbs for Frieza, and we're fine. Jiren is completely cool. He's not going to take any damage. Please super attack Jiren, if you're going to super attack at all. Thank you. Jiren's not taking any damage. Jiren is way too good for that. Also, I'm still getting shafted, by the way, on these banners that just came out, like all the worldwide banners. I think I have 280 Carnival, or not Carnival, the worldwide red coins. I have 280 of them. And I have 0 copies of any new unit, which sucks pretty bad. Like, pretty bad. It's like, that's awful. All things, all things considered, it's pretty terrible. Not good at all, actually. Not good at all. Really bad. Really bad. And it makes me sad. It makes me very sad, because I would really like at least one of the characters, but I can't get a single one of them, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that, which sucks. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It is what it is. Oh, and one great thing about Super Saiyan 3 Rose, we can keep the animation skip on, because he doesn't have any voiced animations. He just transforms. He doesn't have an active skill. He doesn't have anything. He just does his stuff and goes about his business. Alright, here he goes. I do wish he had an OST for this. But now he's good. Now we have no issues at all. And we can pop Broly's domain. Now Cell Max does not have his full passive right now, unfortunately, I believe, because he needs a full rotation of Super Boss, Movie Boss, or Artificial Life Forms, or something like that. And obviously, Super Saiyan 3 Rose is not on any of those categories. So, yeah, no real help there. But I don't think it matters. It matters. I don't think Gogeta's living to even get there. Yeah, That's a lot of hefty damage from Big Broly. I need you to crit though, Broly. That'd be great if you did. Please just... Yeah, thank you. When does Broly's domain... How many turns? 4 turns. Okay. So that's 1 turn of the domain. This would be the 2nd turn. What the hell? Okay. Do I have to do this? If I do this, we have to fuse and we have to get out of Jiren. But I want Jiren for... That sucks. Alright, yeah, just come on out, Jiren. Where's the super attack? It's at the end as well. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna leave it like this. And Jiren... Jiren's gonna do big damage. In the back there. Also, we've seen, what, Super Saiyan 3 Rose attack twice, and he dodged a super attack already, so I mean, like... He's done his part. He's technically contributing. Not that he's, like, not doing anything. He is doing something, it's just not a lot. I do like him, though. Like, I can't say that, like... It would pain me to, like, slander him. Like, call him bad and call him names and all this other stuff. It's like, I like him a lot. I think he's a cool character. He is still probably going to EZA. I know that a lot of people are worried that we're never going to get a hero celebration ever again, but remember that they did say they have everything planned up to the 10th anniversary, so more than likely we're still going to get a hero celebration this year because it would have already been planned, because they said that 2 years ago, right? It would have already been planned by now, so it's probably going to happen anyway. And then I think after that, I think they could easily just turn it into a collaboration or a crossover campaign where we can get kind of stuff like Super Saiyan 3, Broly, and stuff like that. Those kind of characters instead of just purely heroes, and we can still see like some of the heroes' characters EZA. Because I think it'd be really bad to just leave a lot of those heroes' characters like untouched, right? I think that would be kind of like just an unfortunate thing in general. So this is actually going to give Jiren a buff. He's not going to take any damage from this, even though he has type disadvantage, because he has his full damage reduction. It's going to give him a significant attack buff as well. It is kind of a shame we didn't kill, though. His cooldown should be long enough for us to attack and not worry about anything. The next turn is the issue turn, though. Because we don't have a slot 1 unit, because we're going to be still in the Broly domain. We don't have anyone who can really eat this. AoE's in the middle. I think. This is an other super attack, right? What's the easiest way for me to look at this? Transmitting boost. I'm pretty sure this is an other from Gogeta. If it was a beam, we could put... Yeah, it's an other. What do we do? The Super Saiyan 3 Rose, I mean, he is guarding. Also, if you wanted to know my build for him, it looks like this. I think we have to bank on it. Because what's my Zamasu build? Crit, okay. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. Actually, I think it's probably this. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? He's probably gonna die, but like... If we die, I'll just blame it on attack rotation. Oh my god, he ate it, okay. And he is up to 10 million. Okay. I need you to super attack, buddy. Now, remember, this is an enemy whose name includes blue. So we get quad super attack here. Yeah, I mean, he's not doing bad damage. This is only with one attack stack. He just did 30 million. Okay, I mean, he did good. He did his job. He did his job. And then we're gonna get an attack down right now. Zamasu does not live this. Zero shot, Zamasu lives this, alright? Yeah, he's not living that. In all honesty, I'm fine with that. We may not have won, right? But we got to see Super Saiyan 3 Rose not do too bad. That was an STR enemy, and he took only 200k from the normal, and then he could have done 4 super attacks. All of them did around 10 million, right? So, I mean, he did pretty good. All right, well, this is going to be a fun week, in my opinion. I think this is going to be fun. I'm excited for it. Let me know how you guys think this is going to go in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.